This lesson is all about learning how to identify the point of view and narrative perspective in a literary text. When we're trying to determine the point of view and narrative perspective of a text, what we're really asking ourselves is, number one, who's telling the story? And number two, how much do they really know about the other character's thoughts and feelings? Use this handy flowchart to determine the point of view and perspective of the text that you are reading. The first thing you want to ask yourself is, who is the narrator? Is the narrator a character in the story? If so, then they're probably using words like I, me, my, and we in the narration. If that's the case, then the text is written in first-person narration. But if the narrator is not a character in the story, then you might ask yourself, is the reader supposed to be a character in the story? If so, the narrator is probably using words like you and your to tell the story. In that case, the text is written in second-person narration. However, it's important to note that second-person narration is really, really rare. And so unless you're looking at a user manual or a guide to something, you're probably not going to run into a lot of texts that are written in second-person narration. But if the reader is not supposed to be a character in the story, then you might ask yourself, does the narrator use words like he, she, and they when describing the characters? If so, you want to ask yourself, what kinds of thoughts and feelings is the narrator sharing with the reader? Are they sharing the thoughts and feelings of all of the characters? If so, you're looking at a text that is written in third-person omniscient narration. Omniscient comes from the Latin omni and science. Omni meaning all, and science meaning knowledge. So this kind of narrator has all the knowledge. But if the narrator is not sharing the thoughts and feelings of all of the characters, are they sharing the thoughts and feelings of just one character? If so, then you're looking at a text written in third-person limited narration. We call it third-person limited because it is limited to the perspective of one character. But if the narrator is not sharing the thoughts and feelings of even one character, then they're probably only sharing information that can be seen and heard. Kind of like in a movie where you can only see and hear things, you can't actually read the thoughts of the characters. That's what this kind of narration is. It's called third-person objective narration because it gives the reader an objective point of view into the text. So that's how we identify the point of view, narrative perspective of a story. This is any literary text that you might see. A couple of important things to note are that first-person narrators are notoriously unreliable. They only give you the information as a reader that they want you to know, whereas a third-person omniscient narrator is going to be far more reliable because they're giving you everyone's point of view, so they end up with a very balanced perspective. That's all for today. That's everything about point of view and narrative perspective that you need to know. Thank you.